Hi, everybody. Welcome to a 1 Hour Networking podcast with myself, Gareth Bottomley, and the lovely Sami Lovett from Just Lovett Design. So Sami's joining us today. Sami basically runs Just Lovett Design, where she does lots of creative things with wood and laser cutters and other materials, etc. And basically, if you fancy doing something completely different, she actually runs crafting classes where you can go down, play with bandsaws and big drills and all sorts of things and routers and everything creative. And you can make something like this, which is a bath caddy. And you can put your book in there or your tablet there. And
You're very left out that I've not got one.
Glass of wine. You can put stuff on it. And then you can sit in the bath and just leisure. So yes, so we have Sami today, and basically we're going to have a chat about just generally networking online, 1 hour networking, and how we're finding things. So Sami, as a business person, at the end of the day, how are you finding it? Because you used to do quite a lot of networking before, didn't you?
Yeah, I spent a lot of time doing face-to-face networking and spending lots of time kind of going to one-to-one meetings and visiting lots of other different places, and then spending time kind of 2 hours every week at least doing meetings. It's different format online. I don't think it's the same as being in the room and being that kind of presence in the room. Yeah. But I found that kind of time management now is a bit better because the 1 hour networking layout, or the way that you kind of got it, is I can get to the office at 7:30, have a bit of breakfast and a coffee, log in at 7:15, have a little chat with everybody, which is what I quite like. And then your meeting starts at 8 and it goes on till 9. And then you log off, and then I'm already sat at my desk to then continue work. There's no travel time or anything like that, which is what I quite like. And I like the structure that you've got and the way that you do your 1 hour of networking.
Yeah, great, thank you. Did you say that, no traveling? Do you know I haven't filled the car up in 4 months? 4 months.
Amazing, that. It's amazing.
I know. It's just crazy because like it's literally shopping on Monday nights and that's it. Nice. So yeah. So tell me, what's your favourite part of 1 hour networking?
I like the fact that it's different from networking that I've kind of done before, where you sit in a room and you listen to the elevator pitches and you're writing down who people want to speak to, and you're trying to grab that 50 seconds to 60 seconds of who are they, what are they asking for, what referrals do they want, and then trying to keep up with all of that. And if you're in a room of maybe from 20 to 50 people, and sometimes if you're doing it every single week, it can get a bit monotonous, or if you're hearing the same elevator pitches. What I enjoy about 1 hour networking is we have the introduction bit, which is very similar, where everybody goes, hi, this is what I do, this is the best people that I want to speak to. But the breakout rooms are brilliant. I love that you get the 5 minutes per person, so it's about 25 minutes, isn't it, in the breakout rooms?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
And it is almost like a one-to-many, which is quite nice, and you get to have the conversations, you get to go into a bit more detail about what everybody else does. And what I really enjoy is sometimes people don't understand what I do, because I'm like, I'm a designer maker, and they're like, what is a designer maker? I'm like, oh, I design and I make things. They're like, well, what do you do? And if you're in a room, like a room, networking live room of people, and you stand up and you've got something you're trying to show, not everybody can see it. What I found really good about the breakout rooms is I can share my screen and have pictures on the screen and be like, ta-da! Very good. You should pay me to do this, shouldn't I? So I can show people, oh, this is what I've been doing this week. I've worked with this client this week, and explain a live project that I'm on doing, explain the process that I work with people, and then show photos. And people are like, oh, I immediately understand what you do and who you want to speak to. And I found that much more effective for me personally, as somebody who does very visual things, to then express to other people exactly what it is I do.
I think it's great that you've embraced the technology to be able to share your screen, to be able to show people your product and service while you're still having that 5-minute conversation in the breakout room. So those other 4 networkers go away from that 25 minutes completely understanding what you do, because it's tangible.
It is.
Brilliant. We didn't, obviously Gareth and I sit in the main room, we don't go into the breakout rooms, we don't know people are sharing screens. It's the first I've heard of it. I think it's fantastic.
Oh, thank It is better. Like I used to find that doing networking before, people would they'd listen to my elevator pitch and they go, oh, Sami does that, and they would take a little tiny bit of what I do and then get me a really interesting referral that wouldn't necessarily be right for what I do, because they've kind of seen a little bit and they haven't really grasped the whole point. Whereas the breakout rooms, I can really get across to people what I do and who I would like to speak to. And I found that I've got more effective referrals, I think, from this process. And it might just be the whole technology shift to online networking.
So you are getting referrals then from 1 Hour Networking?
I am, yeah. So.
Wow, that's really good to hear. That's really good to hear. I'm actually going back to that sharing screen in the breakout rooms. I'd never actually thought of that myself. And we'll have to start spreading the word about that, because it's a good idea.
Well, it was from, because I did the 5-minute session that you guys do, which is good. So I did that, I think it was the 8th of July, and I prepared a presentation to the whole group, because at the beginning you do the 5 minutes when everybody's still in the main room.
Yep.
And that was good. And I've basically kind of taken that format and just changed it, and every week I kind of add a little bit different to it, or like I said, with the live project that I add in and what I've done this week. And it's just easier for me. A lot easier, and people should do it more, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
How have you found contacting the people who are in the meeting but aren't in your breakout room? Are they receptive to your call? Are they happy to have a meeting with you?
Yes, I like the fact that you send out the delegate list with the LinkedIn information as well, and like you do the introduction at the beginning where everybody introduces themselves, and it's something that I haven't connected with before, because generally we connect with everybody, or everybody's quite active at linking in with everybody else. And yeah, following up with people and having one-to-ones, it leads then on to having a one-to-one with somebody, which I have done. And again, it's the time saving. I spent so much time before lockdown driving around and having meetings, and it was one-to-ones and just chats and coffee, which is lovely to network and it's brilliant. But when I'm I've got quite a strict timings that I have to stick to, because I do like a part-time job as well as the business, and some days I'd spend the whole day running around going to one-to-ones and meetings and be like, oh, I've got no work done, and I'd stay up really late doing work. Whereas now I can literally schedule in 3, one after another, sat on my computer, and then if I have the laser cutter going behind me, I can sit out there and do my one-to-ones and work at the same time, and it's great for me, much more productive.
I'm finding that, because you could fit in back-to-back one-to-ones.
Yeah.
Easily, and if you allocate time, I allocate my Friday morning, and I'll just try and get as many half hours as I can, because Gareth and I don't join the breakout rooms, so we have basically a responsibility to follow up with people and say, hey, we want one-to-one with you, otherwise we'll find out nothing about anybody. But yeah, it's good, it's really good, and I'm glad you're actually getting something out of it.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and we'll be seeing you on every Wednesday. Is your chosen day, isn't it? Wednesdays.
Wednesday's my chosen day, yeah, and then I choose the Wednesday from 9 until about 11 to have one-to-ones.
Oh right, okay.
So I kind of get all my networking in.
Yeah, on a Wednesday.
On a Wednesday morning, and then it's easier.
Well, excellent. Well, thank you very much. It's been really inspiring and really good, and it's nice to hear that we're doing something that people are benefiting from, really. Because one of the things I will say, the biggest thing that Gareth and I talk about is basically when people come back out of the rooms. Quite literally, we sit there going, oh, here they come, oh, here they are. And they all come back in going, hey, it's been brilliant, really good. And it's like, oh, it just makes our day as well, I think.
Absolutely.
It's good, and it's a really positive atmosphere. And I think, like I said, it's a bit different from being in the room of people when you're doing like the live networking. But then again, when you log in the morning, everybody's very like, oh, hi, yeah, oh, it's nice to see you, oh, it's nice you popped in. And then the same afterwards, because everybody's been chatting and having that wonderful, positive atmosphere in the breakout rooms. Then when you come back, and then you've got your photo thing, which everybody loves doing as well. And it's just a nice way to end the meeting, really. And it's a really positive way to start a Wednesday, I think.
That's great.
I better think of some more ideas about photos then. I'm running out of ideas, I really am. But there we are. Well, Sami, thank you very much. We'll wrap it up there. Short little podcast that we've got. As I say, we're going to be doing these with people who come along going forward as well. Having a chat with them, just basically putting something together. And thank you very much, and we'll see you at the next Wednesday 1 hour networking.
Thanks, Sami.
Cheers. Thanks, Gareth. I'll see you later. Cheers. Bye.